Number 10. Inou-Battle wa Nichijou-kei no Naka. During a literature club meeting, 4 members, along with their faculty advisor's niece, suddenly find themselves with supernatural powers, now capable of fabricating black flames. Resident Shinibu Juraiandu is the most ecstatic about their new abilities. Unfortunately, his own is only for show and unable to accomplish anything of substance. Moreover, he is completely outclassed by those around him. Fellow club member Tomoyo Kanzaki manipulates time. Jurai's childhood friend Hitoko Kushikawa wields control over the 5 elements. Club president Sayumi Takanashi can repair both inanimate objects and living things, and their advisor's niece Shifuyu Himiki is able to create objects out of thin air. However, while the mystery of why they received these powers looms overhead, very little has changed for the literature club. The everyday lives of these 5 super overpowered students continue on, albeit now tinged with the supernatural. Number 9. Trinity Seven. One day, the bright red sun stopped shining, which resulted into the destruction of Arita Kasuga's town and the disappearance of the people inhabiting it. All, however, is not yet lost. By utilizing the magical grimoire given to him by his childhood friend and cousin Hijiri Kasuga, Arita's world gets artificially reconstructed. In order to investigate the phenomenon, Lilith Asami appears before Arita, whose artificial world suddenly disintegrates. He is given 2 choices: hand over the book, or die. However, Arita chooses the third option, enrolling in the top-secret magic school Royal Biblia Academy, where 6 other magical users await him. Together with Lilith, these 6 form the Trinity Seven, the elite of the school who each bolster their own power and skill. With the ambition to save Hijiri and the help of his newfound friends, Arita stops at nothing to prevent the destruction of his beloved hometown and to bring his best friend back. Number 8. Date Alive. Before the world ends, Kill Me or Kiss Me. 30 years before the events of Date Alive, an enormous explosion devastates East Asia and kills 150 million people. This is the first known space quake, an inexplicable natural disaster that has since become commonplace. Fast forward to the future. High school second-year Shido lives alone with his cute little sister while their parents are away. What do these things have to do with each other? While rushing to save his sister from a sudden spacequake, Shido is caught in the blast and, in the midst of the chaos, finds a mysterious girl. It turns out that this girl is actually a spirit, a powerful being from another world whose arrival devastates the surrounding area. Thankfully, Shido is rescued by an anti-spirit strike team, led by his little sister. This vicious task force is locked and loaded, ready to exterminate spirits with extreme prejudice. But this violent method is not for Shido. He discovers the one way to neutralize these spirits peacefully, make them fall in love. Now, it's up to Shido to save the world by dating those who threaten to destroy it. Number 7. Strike the Blood. Koji Nakatsuki's Days is an ordinary high school student, who during a fateful encounter leaves him with the remarkable abilities of a vampire. It isn't long before he is thrust into the center of attention when it is discovered that he is the 4th primogenitor. Fearing Koji's destructive potential, the Lion King organization sends in an apprentice sword shaman, Yukaina Himuraji, must monitor, and should he become a threat, she must kill the boy deemed the world's most powerful vampire. By circumstance, the two form an unlikely alliance as Koji comes to terms with his abilities and they both struggle to protect the city from various emerging chaotic forces. Number 6. Sekirei. Minato Sahashi fails in his college entrance exams for the 2nd time, resulting in him being regarded as worthless by those around him. However, the course of his seemingly bleak future changes dramatically when a beautiful, supernatural woman falls from the sky and into his life. That woman, Musubi, is a unique being known as a Sekirei, a humanoid extraterrestrial with extraordinary abilities. These aliens are known for kissing humans carrying the Ashikaga gene in order to awaken additional latent powers deep within. Musubi kisses the bewildered Minato, initiating a bond between the two of them. This drags him into the high-stakes world of the Sekirei, where he and his new partner must compete against others in a battle for survival called the Sekirei Plan. However, unbeknownst to the contestants, there is far more at risk than what the competition initially entailed. Number 5. 0 No Tsukama. Louise Françoise Leblanc de la Valliere is a mage in a world of wands, cloaks, and royalty. Although she studies at Tristain Academy, a prestigious school for magicians, she has a major problem. Louise is unable to cast magic properly, earning her the nickname of Louise the Zeroth from her classmates. When the first-year student starts performing a summoning ritual, Louise's summoning results in a catastrophic explosion. Everyone deems this to be yet another failure, but when the smoke clears, Saito Hiraga appears. Now Louise treats her familiar Saito as a slave, forces him to clean her clothes and eat off the ground. But when Saito's hand starts etching from the summoning ritual, rumors has it to be the mark of a powerful familiar named Gandalf. Wild, adventurous, and explosive, 0 No Tsukaima is an amazing harem anime with OP MC. Number 4. Sora No Oto Shimono. Ever since his childhood, Tomoki Sakurai always wake up with tears after a dream of an angel. His childhood friend Sohara Mitsuki worries about this and decides to seek the help of Ishiro Sugata, an eccentric sky maniac. He concludes that this dream is about what is known as the New World, a floating anomaly that scientists can't understand. Recruiting the New World Discovery Club's first members, Ishiro schedules a time to meet up in order to observe the mystery. In the sky, that day, Tomoki's peaceful life is changed forever when a strange girl falls from the sky and begins to call him master. Sora No Oto Shimono follows the daily activities of the New World Discovery Club as they begin to learn more about the angeloids that have arrived on Earth. Number 3. Is this a zombie? Not every zombie is the horrific, the monstrous, and human-eating type. The story starts in a night while walking home from the convenience store. Regular high school boy Ayumu Ikawa is killed by a serial killer, and he is just as suddenly brought back to life by a necromancer named Euclid Hellscythe. One small caveat: he's not a human anymore, now a zombie. Things get even weirder for him when he accidentally steals a magical girl's uniform, and thus her powers. Haruna, the ex-magical girl, orders him to fight evil creatures in her place until they can figure out a way to get her powers back to her. It seems that life is just going to get stranger and stranger for poor Ayumu from here on out in Kori wa Zombie Desaka. Number 2. High School DxD. High School DxD is one of the most popular anime of all time. It's a good harem anime with OP MC, and pretty girls, especially the hot Rias Gremory. The story follows the student Issei Hida, who is a pervert. He does nothing productive with his life, peeping on women and dreaming of having his own harem one day. Things seem to be looking up for Issei when the pretty Rias asks him out on a date, although she turns out to be a fallen angel who brutally kills him. However, he gets a second chance at life when Rias Gremory, who is a top-class devil, revives him as her servant. Now, Issei must train and fight in order to survive in the violent world of angels and devils. Any given adventure leads to many hilarious and epic moments with his new comrades, all the while keeping his new life a secret from his friends and family in High School DxD. Number 1. Isekai no Seikishi Monogatari, Tenshi Mayo. War on Geminar is our number 1 in this list of top harem anime with OP MC. The story revolves around Kenshiro Masaki, who finds himself in another world. To get back home, he agrees to help them assassinate the new empress of the Strayu Empire, Lashera Yasu XXVIII, as her army fights them off. Lashera takes note of Kenshi's abilities and demands that her attacker be captured alive, only to find out that the pilot is male, which is extremely rare on Geminar. Believing it to be a waste to kill him, she makes Kenshiro her attendant. As the empress' new servant, Kenshiro must accompany Lashera to the Holy Land, an academy where mechanoid pilots hone their skills. His arrival attracts attention, but Kenshiro is unaware that something sinister is brewing within the academy and it could plunge the entire world into war.